take it beyond the chair. Hey, we gon' take it beyond the chair. Nail techs, barbers, the best cosmetologists, entrepreneurship and knowledge, bringing all of this.
So welcome to Beyond the Chairs. My name is Erica Chancellor, your host. And today we have a guest from Colorado. Welcome.
Hello.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Julie Oldright. And
Hello
I own
there, Julie.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. So you were getting ready to say?
I own the Beehive House of Hair in Windsor, Colorado.
Nice. How long have you been there?
6 years.
6 years. Wow.
Yep.
Nice. So it must be a nice location.
It is a nice location.
Okay, good.
Right downtown in our little town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What kind of things do you do to service in your salon?
We mainly just do hair. We do some facial waxing. We specialize in curly cuts.
Okay.
And we do a lot of color.
Okay.
And razor hair cutting also. So
nice. So I know California, they just sent us a bunch of emails about our new restrictions in the salon and how we can check vaccination cards and stuff like that. Are you guys experiencing anything like that with the salons there in Colorado?
We haven't received any new guidance for quite some time now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I would assume that we would get some fairly quickly with the holidays coming up. I would think with the normal cold and flu season kicking into gear that they would do something, but we haven't heard anything yet.
Okay. So everybody must be healthy and it must be doing well out there for the most part.
For the most part, I think it's kind of been based off of your county regulations, I believe. A lot of it is.
Yes.
And we live in a county that they don't really have any regulations. It's just like do whatever you want to.
Okay.
Wild West.
Yes.
So that always gets interesting.
Right. I'm sure it does.
Yes.
I'm sure it does. I know some of the things that they were telling us that to check for the COVID is that we can check for the cards. I don't know. Have you seen the little COVID cards that people have?
Yes, the vaccination cards. Yes.
Yeah, the vaccination cards. Then they say that we can use the QR code. Have you seen those? The QR code that you can carry in your phone.
No.
And it shows the date that you got your first vaccination, and then the same thing for the second one.
I need to look into that. I need to get that for my phone.
Yes. And actually, when we went to France, I just visited France maybe about 3 weeks ago, and that's all they were using was the QR codes. Like whenever we went into a restaurant, a museum, anything like that, where it was, quite a few people there, they would ask for our QR code. And
that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. We're in Santa Fe, New Mexico right now.
Okay.
And we were just saying how much more cautious people are here than where we live. Like there are masking requirements everywhere, and they're still limiting capacity everywhere. And they're not doing that for me. So
that sounds like California. When we go inside, we have to mask. We're still really on edge out here.
Right. I do everywhere I go because I have a son at home that is not old enough to be vaccinated yet. So I try to be really careful.
Definitely. So let's talk a little bit about how coronavirus has affected your business, if it has in any way.
Oh, well, I would say the first initial phase of COVID, we survived really well.
Okay.
I kept everyone, well, we kept everyone on board except for one girl, and she couldn't because she had children. And with the school unpredictability, she didn't have any, child care
Childcare.
providers or family, like that was affecting her. So she didn't come back. So out of 7, we retained 6. And then we did really well. One girl came back from COVID break, expecting. So
Wow.
yes, we knew that she was going to be going on maternity leave in the first of the year in December. At the end, after the holidays, she was going to be out until the beginning of May. And so around about February, another one of the girls, she was commuting from Wyoming, which is about 45-minute commute. And she would commute down a couple times a week. And she told me that they were moving further into Wyoming. So she was not going to be able to, continue there, which is totally understandable. I get that.
Yes. Yes.
And then, her clients wanted to stay. She wanted her clients to stay with us. So at this point, there's 2 full-time and 1 part-time.
Wow.
From 7
okay.
that we had originally, just from maternity and like someone moving.
Yeah.
And then the girl that went on maternity leave decided she was not going to come back from maternity leave.
Okay. Yeah. She probably didn't want to leave her baby.
Yeah. And I totally understand that. I'm like, oh my goodness. But once again, like here we are with more clients, and now there's still
a shortage.
A shortage, yes. And people are like calling off the hook, and we're like, we can't you in for months. And they're like, what? They're getting mad at us, And so then the other girl that was working part-time decided that she her husband started commuting for work. He travels, like he'll go to Australia, and he travels around the world for work. And she has 3 children, and she was commuting from about 45 minutes away also. And it just was not, she was like, something has to give. And this is it. She had a salon in the basement of her house. So she left too. So that left us with 2 of us with, all of these people, and panicking and trying to find people to work. Yes. And can't find anyone to work. And so finally we had a girl that started, and she works like 1 or 2 days a week. And then I found someone out of school that he's starting, but he's out of school, so it's not the same level that the other people we had working there, that people expect us to meet their expectations all the time. You know how that goes.
Yes, I do.
And so we're still trying to hire, and I feel like in the middle of the summer I had quite a few applicants, and then I would try to follow up with them, and they would not respond back to me. People would just not show up for interviews that they would schedule. And everyone, we're all still friends, like all these people that left, everyone that's ever worked at my salon, we all still talk. It's not a hostile environment. Like we're very supportive of one another, and we like one another. It's not like we have to hang out all the time. It's kind of like it's very mellow. Like we have such a mellow environment.
Right. So just finding somebody to fit in there has just really been the challenge for you more so, huh?
Exactly. So I have a couple people that we're talking to, but once again, one of them maybe is in school, and it's
the skill level.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, my salon would be really great again in a couple of years when we have more experience.
But
exactly. I need people, and people are moving to the area. So I know that there's a lot of transition. People are going to working in suites.
Yes.
Or people went back to working commission instead of being an independent.
Right. Or like you say, just working at home now.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. And we have my salon is booth rental, but we have kind of a team environment. Like if you need my help, I'm going to help you.
Right, right, right. Yeah,
And that's ditto with everyone else there. So
right.
and we don't want to work alone. Like we don't really want to work in a suite alone. We like working around one another.
Yes, yes, definitely.
So it's finding people that want that type of environment.
Yeah. So when it comes to like protecting your clients and protecting your salons, I know for me, I had to put in the touchless hand washing things. I put in the touchless soap dispenser,
Yeah.
the touchless paper towel. Are there any things that you did differently when it comes to COVID in your salon?
No, not necessarily. At first, we were being really, we put plastic over everything and we would change
Okay.
that in between each client. And like, we were really being cautious. And people would thank us, because they were scared. And
Yes,
I
yes,
told the girls, like, we have to do this for, until people are more comfortable with coming in here. We want people to be comfortable. Like, that's our number one goal. Is for
yes,
someone to feel safe leaving their home to come here to get their hair done.
yes, yes, definitely.
Plain and simple. Like that is the number one goal.
Yes,
So
definitely.
people did. And people, they thank us. They still thank me for wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
So do you require a mask in your salon or is it optional? Or?
I'm not requiring a mask at this point in time.
Okay.
I am doing because, there's not a mask mandate where I live.
Mm-hmm.
People were really starting to be like, well, I'm not going to come into your business anymore because I have my vaccination and I'm free to go about. It's very controversial where I live.
It is. It's all over.
It's like dealing with that in the school district. I'm just like, oh my goodness. So I'm just like, you do what you need to do, what makes you feel comfortable. I have this mask on. Like, if that doesn't give you a big enough signal that maybe I want you to wear yours, like whatever. But I've got mine on. We're good.
I feel comfortable. I feel safe with mine on. So yeah.
Yeah, I keep the doors open. Like we have nice weather most of the time. We keep the doors open. So there's a constant like flow of air.
Right.
And I will do that until it gets too cold to do that. And, like people, I mean, there will be a fly or we'll have a moth in the salon or something, but there's, it's like free flowing. I just am so over it at this point in time.
Yeah, I know, because it really has affected us in so many different ways, but knowing what we deal with and how we learn in school, I think it was a little overboard, but who am I?
Totally. I'm like, well, I keep people pretty safe. I think the number one obstacle is, and it always has been, people think getting their hair done is going to make them feel better from whatever illness that they're experiencing.
Right. Yeah.
So I've had people that have come in. I had one girl that was expecting and a lady came in that had just tested positive for the flu and got her hair cut because she thought it would make her feel better.
Wow.
No, please have respect for me as a human being.
Yes, exactly.
So I hope that has taught people that, we are human, like we get sick. We don't get paid if we get sick.
Right. And we have families.
Yes, we have families. Please have respect for us.
Yes, definitely. I agree. Totally. So when did you figure out that you wanted to work in the business doing hair?
I think it was always a curiosity of mine, but I started thinking about it when I was around like 16.
Okay.
And due to some life circumstances of like my dad got transferred around a lot when I was younger. And when I began my junior year of high school, he said, we have to move. And so you either have to finish school now or we're moving like your senior year of high school. And so I just decided to graduate early from high school, and I had enough credits. I had worked really hard in the beginning of high school. I decided that hair, I was interested in it, and my parents agreed that it would be something that if I did not like it, I could make a good, decent wage while I was going to school to do something else. And it was just a really easy thing for me to do technically. It's been very easy. The hardest part of doing hair for me was I'm really shy.
Okay.
And so like it was learning how to talk to other people and be confident enough in my skills to talk to other people. And because I started when I was so young, I was 17. I was barely 18 when I graduated from cosmetology school.
Oh, yeah. So
it was, just gaining confidence in that. So, but my aunt did hair for 45 years. And so I've always kind of been around it in the industry. It was always intriguing because she traveled all around the world learning. Like, she loved education, and she has taken classes. She went to Japan to take a razor cutting class.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's really, she's just always loved it. She said she never worked a day in her life, and she was really into barbering and more so than women's hair, I think. But that's what she started off as a barber.
Okay.
And so she just evolved her career into starting to do women's hair, and she loved it. And she was always, I don't know, just so funny. I kind of wanted that same freedom and everything, and so yeah, I did an apprenticeship right out of school, which I needed to do. I needed to learn some discipline. I was too young and immature, and man, they really whipped me into shape. They really did. So I learned a lot there, and I'm really appreciative of it. As hard as it was, it really helped me.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
What type of advice would you give to someone that's coming up new in the industry?
Oh man, I always just tell everyone to be like Gumby, and just be ever bendable and moldable and willing to learn, and as much as you can. If someone's willing to teach you something, you really need to be willing to take advantage of that knowledge that they're sharing with you, because they do not have to do that.
Yes.
If someone is offering to teach you something, you really need to take advantage of it every opportunity that you can. Yeah.
Really, that is so true. And then, because like I was speaking with Jelena, is because a lot of times people get intimidated by your skills, so they don't necessarily want to help you. They feel like you're competition. So to have somebody that really reaches out and wants to, show you how to do it and teach you, that's just awesome. Awesome.
Well, I met Jelena when I was working at another salon. I was their educator there.
Okay.
And, I met her there. So you meet all kinds of people doing all this stuff, and contacts from all over. And, hairdressers are such unique individuals. They're all so interesting.
Yes, definitely.
So I think, just any opportunity, because they don't have to. You do not have to. You can keep all your secrets to yourself. But I was told a long time ago to share all your secrets, because it only makes our industry better and elevates us. And that's what we are all here to do, is to improve every day, right?
Exactly.
Like, I'm still learning. It's almost 25 years I've been doing hair, and it's still, learning.
Yes, still stuff we learn in the salon.
Every single day.
Definitely. So do you believe that additional education levels should be added to the cosmetology industry? And I said, for instance, like master's degree or doctorate degree. And the reason why I say that is because the chemicals that we use, I feel like it's not a lot of education for us when we work with them. The level of education is so standard when it comes to a cosmetologist. I feel like it's so much more that we can dig into when it comes to our industry, and more so just about chemicals and how they react on us and how they react on our hair, and just really digging down deep into that. Is that something that you think that would help our industry? Or
and do you think that needs to go through a school, like a specific cosmetology school, or like different color lines have that, or?
Well, I would think because we have so many color lines, it would have to be like a general thing. When you're working on the hair, how does the sulfite bond react, and how does it, just breaking that down to a
no, I totally agree.
Level.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. I was just like, there, every color line has their level that you can level up within it, so you could be the master of everything in like 4 different color lines. So yeah, I do agree that would be good, and I think it would probably weed out some people that need to not be maybe doing hair anymore.
Yes,
that aren't taking definitely. It too seriously.
I agree. It would definitely weed those out. Definitely. And I mean, it just like, we have our license, it would just be another step up if you were interested in that,
Totally. Yes.
So have you had any memorable incidents that have happened to you as a stylist?
Oh my goodness.
I know you have. I know we all get
I've been trying to think about this, like any real specific, I mean, I have a lot of really fond memories of people that I've worked with that are just like such characters, you know what I mean?
Yes.
That I am now. And with clients.
Oh gosh, clients.
Oh God, no, I don't really want to get into that. And I just, yes, with people that I've worked with, yes. And I often, because when I started doing hair and when I did my apprenticeship, it was before the age of social media and all of that
yes.
stuff. I moved, I did all of that in Texas, and I moved back to Colorado, and I lost contact with these people. And every time I hear, come, chameleon. Okay, yes. I used to work with this lady named
George,
Shannon.
yes.
Yeah, Boy George, and she would every time that song would come on, she was like a performer outside of work at the salon, and she would sorry, come on, Julie, baby, come on, sing with me. Dancing, and it was just so funny. She was hilarious. The people that you come in contact with in our industry are just I love it.
They really are.
Some people I don't know. Some people I don't want to be around. But some people, the people at that same place, the guy got so mad at one of the other apprentices, he threw a hairdryer at her one day. And I was like, what in the world?
Just happened.
This is not good. What are you doing? And it's just, I don't know, the younger girl that I work with, she is I love her so much. And she's just Julie's always tell me these crazy stories and these experiences. And it's you go to classes and just funny stuff happens. If you observe people,
yes,
you have tons of stories to tell about people, because people are funny.
Yes, they are, especially in this industry.
Yeah, I love it. It's just, it's just, it cracks me up. So
definitely. So you said that you use hair color. Hair color is the main chemical that you use.
Yes, we do. We do mainly hair colors. We do not do. We'll do a keratin smoothing treatment every once in a while, but we do not do a lot of those. And we don't do any relaxers. Like, we don't really have the clientele, but I've noticed recently our community is becoming more diverse. So I want to, for sure. I really been into the curly hair cutting the last few years.
Nice.
Right before COVID happened, I broke my arm.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And so COVID, like the break from COVID was kind of nice because then my arm could heal completely.
Yes. Your money maker.
Yep. So, I round brushing sometimes really like, long hair, like it's just starting to get to me after all these years. And so I, am trying to go more into the natural, like, I have a very diverse clientele.
Okay.
And like for our area. And I want to continue to pursue that more. It's something that I've always wanted to do more ethnic hair. I've just never been in the community just where I've lived. It's never been like a necessity or something that's really needed.
Demand, right.
So I think with that expanding, I need to, because we've had some people come in and ask questions. So
right. That's nice. So did you learn to do any type of African American or 4C hair or at all in school?
A little bit when I was in cosmetology school.
Oh, okay.
I went to cosmetology school in Dallas, and like the school that I was at didn't have more of an ethnic clientele. I wanted to go to the other school. My parents wanted me to go to this one school. So I ended up at the school, and every once in a while I would get a set. But, not any, no.
Yeah, would you say not much, huh?
No, not very much, no.
So what are your future goals?
Well, I'm trying to figure that out right now. I've been thinking about that and just kind of asking people questions, like with people going in the sweet direction. There's not a sweet salon in the town that I live in. So I'm like, maybe I should pursue more of that avenue, rather than like what I'm doing now.
That sounds nice. That sounds like a good one.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I just really want to continue to enjoy the environment that I work in, really. That's a really important thing to me. And I think I really want to get into the curly hair. Like, I think I'm loving that people are embracing that. So I really want to pursue that more, because as I get older and my hair's turning gray, it's turning curly. And I'm like, what is going on here? Just so that people better understand that.
Yes.
I think is a major goal of mine.
Definitely. That's good. That's a good one. Like you say, textured hairstyles are really coming back. A lot of people like texture now with their hairstyles. Of course, braids. Are you doing any extensions in the salon?
We have someone that does do extensions. I've just never really been, I've been several times approached with, going into extensions, and honestly, they're just not for me. Everyone has them now. They're just not something that want to pursue doing. And I think some people think that's really strange, but it's not something I'm really into, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and everybody has their niche, like you say, you have somebody at the salon that can perform that service. So that's always good,
That is exactly right. There is someone I can refer them to. Exactly.
Yeah. So thank you so much for the interview. But before we leave, would you like to give your information on how they can contact you? I know you're looking for new stylists, professional stylists.
Yes. We are on Instagram at the Beehive House of Hair, and that is Facebook also, the Beehive House of Hair. They can email me at mail, MAIL, at beehivehouseofhair.com. And our phone number is 970-686-1244.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for the interview once again.
Thank you.
And thank you to our subscribers, and thank you for watching our Beyond the Shares interview. If you'd like to see our past interviews, please visit our YouTube channel, or you can look for us on Anchor Podcast. Thank you so much once again, Julie.
Thank you.
Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
We gon' take it beyond the chair. Ayy, we gon' take it beyond the chair. Nail techs, barbers, the best cosmetologists, entrepreneurship and knowledge, bringing all of this.